Okay, so we're gonna do part two of the discussion. Just state your name so she know so like my teacher knows who you are again.
My name is Fernando Lopez.
Okay, and so when you moved to, I know you moved to New York when you were younger and you were 2 years old and you grew up mainly there. How was it like growing up bilingual in New York?
It was a little hard because we were learning English in school, but then when we got home, we couldn't practice it because everybody spoke Spanish.
Yeah.
So it took a little longer than it should have,
Yeah.
but we got over it.
Yeah. Were you ever teased or bullied or like picked on as a child or like when you were in middle school or high school because you were bilingual and a lot of the kids weren't?
Oh yeah, that's part of it, but not because we're bilingual, it's because of we're Spanish looking.
Ah,
You
okay.
know,
Okay.
there
Even
weren't that
though
many, there weren't that many Spanish kids in the school. Very few.
so out of all the students that attended the school, if you could give like a number, how many Spanish speaking students did you like native speaking Spanish people were there?
Oh wow. Very little. You're talking about anywhere from the 3 to 4, 4 to 10, maybe.
Oh yeah, that is very little.
Yep.
So, um, so your mom, she didn't speak English, right?
Who?
So my like great grandmother. So your mom, she didn't speak English. She just spoke Spanish.
Yes, she understood some English, but she never really spoke it.
Okay. And as far as like applying for jobs, she did she like get a job that catered to her speaking fluent Spanish, or was it a little bit difficult?
No, she was in those days. If you didn't speak English, you got some sort of job, or manual labor job. So she was a seamstress.
Ah, okay.
That was her whole life. She did that her whole life. She liked it though.
Oh, okay. Um, did you ever go back to Ecuador when after you moved?
A couple of times, yes.
Okay.
One time I went back for a year when I was about 11 or 12, I think, and went to school down there just so I can learn how to read and write Spanish.
Ah, okay. Um, was reading and is reading and writing Spanish different in Ecuador compared to like the United States?
Uh, in some cases, it was because some I'm not sure what you call. We were taught Spanish, but then we were taught in Ecuador they would teach you the Spanish from Spain.
Yeah, okay, that's like the Spanish we learn here.
Well,
Um, but it's
it's
like
Castilian, it's Castilian, but then they try to teach you both now, But at that time they were trying to, that's the correct Spanish, even though nobody spoke it. That's the correct Spanish.
yeah. I know it was a little bit like here at school, like that's the type of Spanish that
Well,
they teach here.
well,
But it's I
yeah.
feel like it could be like a little bit harder though. I see for like my native speaking like Hispanic friends because they say the hardest part is the grammar because it's so different from like
Well,
me and
same thing with English. We don't speak English.
yeah.
If you went to England, they'd look at you like that's not English. You're
Yeah.
speaking a variety, a kind of English, but it's not English. Again, because the correct English is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When what did you like doing during if you can remember, what did you like doing the most growing up in New York?
Well, we used to have a boys club block and a half away,
Mm-hmm.
so that was fun because the boys club had all sorts of games. You can go in there all day. They would show movies. They had pool tables. They had basketball. They had swimming. They had a lot of indoor games.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fun. I
Yeah.
mean, then hanging out afterwards with in the corner. In those days, everybody used to hang out in the corner.
Yeah.
Today
Um,
you get arrested.
yeah. So, hmm, let's see. Do you still talk to anybody that you grew up with here, like in New York?
A little bit, not too often. There aren't that many people. I see a few that I grew up with once in a while. Not too often.
Yeah.
Once
So,
in a just
so when
once in
you
a
meet other people that are Hispanic, and for instance, like let's just say you meet somebody who is also from Ecuador, do you guys do you guys seem to have like a lot in common, or do you see like yourself similar, or are you just like they're just from Ecuador, like there's nothing really like we can relate about?
Well, you see, I can't relate too much because I didn't live in Ecuador that long.
Yeah.
So I'm more Americanized.
Yeah.
So I mean, I can relate to when I was there, when I went to school there, and growing up as a kid. Yeah, we can talk about that, but there aren't that many people my age here.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
but I
Um,
mean, you can always relate to the food, though. You can always talk about the food. That doesn't change.
yeah. So, are there any like I would say Ecuadorian kind of inspired Spanish like restaurants located in New York that you've been to?
Well, most of them are in Queens.
Oh, okay.
Uh, a lot of them are on Roosevelt Avenue.
I think you took me
And then,
there. I think we went there once.
then there's a Tropical right off of the Long Island Expressway. That was good.
Okay. Um, as far as like Ecuador, do you know their political status right now, or is it like does it fluctuate, or you don't
It,
really know about it?
it fluctuates, so I don't really follow it too much unless it's really creating problems.
Ah,
But I
okay.
don't, you know.
Okay. And do you know their Independence Day?
Huh?
Do you know their Independence Day? Like what's the
Uh,
Independence Day for Ecuador?
I think it was August. No, there's a Guayaquil is May, October. Yeah, but their Independence Day. No, their October 9th is the Guayaquil. Ecuador,
Okay.
I think it's,
And okay.
I think it's August. August 10th. Yeah, yeah, August 10th is Ecuador's Independence Day.
And
Guayaquil is October 10th, 9th, October 9th. That's a big day for certain Ecuadorians.
okay, so what else? Um if you could change one thing, would you have liked to move to the United States or America? Well, America's the same thing, but would you have liked to move to like the States when you were older, or did you prefer like moving to? I mean, you didn't really have a choice, but did you like the fact that you moved at a younger age rather than when you were older?
Uh, I guess I preferred moving when I was my age, young.
Mhm.
It was easier to learn English, to assimilate more. It was much easier.
Would you say that you had like an advantage just because you knew how to speak English first?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I learned English in school, so that was after a while it became easy to talk to, between myself and my cousins.
Yeah.
But when we got home, all our parents and everything was in Spanish.
Yeah. Do you watch I, telenovelas, right? Or is that it?
That's soap opera.
Yeah. Do you watch those?
No, I don't.
No. Do you know any of them?
Not really. Not really. My grandmother used to watch, but that's not the book.
Okay. And then just to like, we got like, I want to ask some more like fun questions. So I'll ask you what I asked you last time, and it was if you could go back in time, and if I lived in New York like later on, would you still have? Would you would you believe that my Spanish would be better, or I wouldn't sound like? Would you call me a gringo?
Gringo.
A gringo.
Oh yeah.
Do you think I would still sound like that, or do you think I would be a lot better had I like been most of my childhood had stayed in New York? Like,
yeah. If you had spent more time in Ecuador, you're talking about.
No, she would have taught her Spanish.
Oh, would I have taught you Spanish?
She would have learned better.
Probably, yeah. Except
like if I stayed in New York,
it would have been up to you. Would have been up to you to learn. Yeah. See, a lot of kids don't want to learn because I don't want to speak that. You know.
Yeah, I think I would have wanted to learn. Do you help Azariah or no?
Yeah, I help him with his homework.
Is he better than me?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's fair enough. I could take that. That could be like the one advantage he could have.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think those are all the questions I had for you. So that's really it.
Oh, okay.
And I'll kind of end this right now. So those are really all the questions.